Hello everyone, this is a demo of our VR final project. My name is Amir, and today I am joined by
Christian.
and
And Fahed.
our project is called Shoe Shine Simulator. It's a game where you shine, well, shoes. Now Fahed will explain how it works.
This game works by using the joystick and the Oculus controller to move in the world. In the middle of the world is a table with many different shoes on it. If you boot into this game with a VR headset, you'll be able to pick up any of these shoes and the shoe scrubber. If you rub them together for a certain period of time, the shoe would progressively get shinier and shinier, and your score goes.
Alright, as you can see here, that shoe is getting shinier. Well, very captivating. Okay. Now, there were a few technical issues we faced along the way. Unfortunately, with the recent campus closures, we had to implement the first-person camera, um, and you can't really see the VR functionality of this, where you can actually pick up all of these shoes and all the globe, the radio. You can pick them up and throw them around and have a lot of fun. Um, so now Christian will explain some of the mechanics of this game.
So one of our main scripts for our project is called the rub script. As seen here, the rub script is attached to the scrubber and it detects when the scrubber comes in contact with a shoe. And then once you start scrubbing, it'll take the position that the scrubber started at and start summing up the distance that the scrubber travels. Now, this only takes into account when the scrubber and the shoe are in contact. Once they're not, none of the script is running. So the distance that the scrubber travels is converted into a score, and that gets displayed on the clipboard. And then as the distance and your score goes up on that specific shoe, the smoothness will increase, which gives a visual indicator to the player of their progress.
All right, let's talk about the choice of music and the music choice chooser script.
So this music chooser script just allows for multiple audio clips and multiple songs to be played. So this gives some variety to the player as they're scrubbing their shoes, so it's not the same song looped over and over. So it's just really a small and easy script here where the audio is played and then it waits for that first audio clip to finish and then it moves to the next one.
All right, fantastic. And which object is that attached to, Christian?
That script is attached to the radio object.
Yeah, and we have enabled the 3D audio. So as you move around the room, you can actually distinguish where the sound is coming from. All right, let's talk about some of the VR good practices that we implemented into this game. Christian?
So one of the first VR good practices we implemented is minimize vestibular mismatch by making the player focus on a simple menial task that does not involve too much movement. The second VR good practice that we implemented is using dark colors so as not to overwhelm the user with lots of bright neon colors. This is a lot easier on the eyes and allows for longer play sessions with the VR headset. The third one that we did is important objects are in the immediate line of sight. So when you first launch this game, the table, the shoes, and the shoe scrubber are all right in front of you. The fourth one that we implemented is nothing is attached to the viewport. So there's no always on HUD because that's very disorienting to the player. As you can see, we put the score and the instructions on the clipboard on the desk so the players can look at it when they want to. The fifth VR good practice that we added is aligning the virtual viewpoint height with the real world height, so it increases the sense of immersion. So you're not 50 feet tall or 50 feet above the floor.
All right, and we did that.
The sixth.
Sorry, Fahed. Uh,
It's okay.
when
That's
you
all good.
actually have a VR headset, we set the tracking origin type to floor level as per the Oculus Best Designs guidelines, as Christian was just explaining. All right, go ahead, Fahed. We have five more best practices that we've used. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, cool. So Since slow speeds cause less discomfort for the player in VR, we limited the player's walking speed to something very slow to minimize that. Number 7, the scrubbing and shoe holding can be done with the player's left hand or right hand. So the player gets to choose what hand that they're most comfortable with. 3D audio spatialization was utilized. This gives the user the feeling of actually walking around the room as the volume of the music changes. So like it kind of mirrors real life in that regard and increases immersion. Number 9, we have calming music, the user at ease. There aren't any sudden loud noises or changes in volume. Number 10, the guidelines mentioned maintain reasonably large font size to keep readability high were followed. We made the font larger than the recommended size so users can effortlessly check their score while they're shining shoes.
All right, thanks, Fahed. Again, we had some technical issues with the unfortunate recent events. We had to put in a first-person controller just to showcase this scene. And unfortunately, I can't show you how you can pick up any of these objects with either hand. And it doesn't matter which hand the scrub is in or the shoe is in. You get your score. Anyway. Another tech issue that we had was we were looking up YouTube videos, instructional YouTube videos to learn how to implement this OVR grabber and the OVR grabbable script. Now, apparently the the guys at Oculus like to release a lot of versions of the OVR utilities, and unfortunately some of these versions they moved a lot of things around, and so we weren't able to completely follow those instructional videos, so we had to use an older version of the OVR utilities, and that got the job done. Overall, all team members contributed equally to this project, and I'm happy to have been a part of this team. Thank you, Cristian and Fahed, and hope you guys enjoyed our demo. Stay safe, and thanks for watching.